the team that he used to play for. Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. The
So
Boston Celtics.
the Boston Celtics, they had a 11-game win streak that was coming into the land to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers without Donovan Mitchell, and you know what? I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it.
What? Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Boston,
Oh, good Lord.
what happened? What happened? You're the best team in the league. You was the first team to 40 wins. Gonna be the first team to 50 wins. And then you had this. Look at this. That says this is 9 minutes with the fourth. 9 minutes in the fourth quarter. It was a 93-71 lead. Those of you who are not good at math, that was a Boston lead of 22 points with 9 minutes left in the game. That is a 99.9 chance of victory right there. 99.9. You can't get no closer to the 100 than that. Like, there's no other way to get closer to 100 than that right there. Jason Tatum. He missed the shot. I want to say Porzingis took the ball out of the Cavs' hand, went right back to Tatum. He put the layup. That's how you got the 22-point lead. That's how you got 22-point lead. And then Dean Wade. And no, we're not talking about Dwayne Wade. Dean Wade happened from that point forward. You know what? I'm not doing it. I did it last week with the Clippers. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. But I'm just going to show you this. This is what Dean Wade did this in the fourth quarter. This is fourth quarter. The stats that you see here for D Wade, that's fourth quarter stats. Because he ain't do nothing in the first three quarters. Straight fourth quarter. He put up 20 points in the fourth quarter.
Dwayne. I thought you retired, Dwayne.
But guess what? I'm not doing it. Nope. Cole John's gonna go off. Not me.
Dwayne Wade. I didn't know you played for the Cavs now, man. Wow. Well, oh, okay. Look, seriously, I know Wade's retired. So you all in Celticsville thought that this was going to be a cakewalk, right? You come off of a 52-point thumping, burying the Warriors, having them down 45 by the second quarter, and just coasted your way to victory. And you figured, okay, well, we put our foot in on the Cavs' neck in Cleveland. We should have this game wrapped, right? No. See, this is a prime example of not believing in your press clippings. If you want to know why coaches want to beat down the throat of NBA players, NFL players, NHL players, MLB players, even when they have great records, this game is why. Circle it. This is the exact reason why. Because there's going to come a time where the players collectively, maybe not all of them, maybe most of them, but collectively as a unit, there's going to come a time where they're going to massively disappoint you, even with the brilliant record that you do have, because you come with less than an effort all 48 minutes. So there's no excuse for you to be a team, to have another good team in their crib down 20, and you come on. Not with the talent you got on the squad. I mean, not with Jaylen Brown, not with Chris Porzingis, not with the guy who is clamoring, claiming, and crying that he is the face of the league in Jason Tatum. No, there's no possible way that you could choke away a 21-point lead. but I'll be doggone you did. And yeah, you can be happy with the fact you're 48 up and 13 down, but you now know that you are not impenetrable. You now know that you're not bulletproof, and you now know you get taken L to anybody in the NBA. And you can rely on other pieces, like Derek White. Uh, you can rely on those types of pieces, like Robert Williams. Fine, do that. But you got to play like a team. And when you have a team down like this, you have to put them away. You can't think you have the game sewn before the clock strikes 4 zeros on it with the fourth quarter. Congratulations, though. I know you've been on a tear. You beat down on the Sixers, and then you tore a new one in the Mavericks behinds, and then you destroyed the Warriors. In fact, uh, so many Twitter gangsters and Facebook pugilists saying, y'all say that Curry's your man? Well, you all must be busters because Curry's trash. You incited this, but now they get to turn it on you and say you are trash, even though we're talking about a 48 and 13 team. You're going to be meeting teams like this starting in the conference semifinals and greater. And you can't have these performances because if you put forth 3 more of those in the series, you're gone. Oh, but you already know that, don't you? Because that's what happened to you last year in the conference finals against the Heat, because you took them for granted and you were down 3-0 before you actually decided to play a game. And then you had to feverishly scramble to have a game-winning shot in Game 6 just to have a shot at a Game 7, and you shot your load. Because in Game 7, you couldn't come up with anything. Oh, and then you had the unfinished business year, before Ime Udoka decided to go in the guts of a Boston Celtics exec. And you had a 2-1 series lead in the NBA Finals against the Warriors. And then you all disappeared, and they beat you 3 straight. This unit right here, you're great. You're great, but you got to finish. And unfortunately, you all are having a problem finishing games. Yesterday, another reason why people will not get all the way on board with you and saying the Celtics are a problem. This is a team that nobody can beat. Because with effort like that, they can't help but think that you're going to screw the pooch. They can't help but think that. Heck, I think it. You now have a 7.5 game lead to the closest competitor in the East. And heck, if you throw somebody in the West, that's 5.5. Yet you prove time and again, if people want to say you're the favorites, people could go back to this type of game and say, but the way they played in Cleveland, the way they were in the Eastern Conference Finals in 2023, the way they were in the NBA Finals in 2022. Don't have people say, well, but the way they were ... in this year's playoffs. Because if you keep playing like this, it will turn into that. And you almost did it one series earlier. Yeah, you remember when you were down 3-2 and down 6 points to the Sixers? And y'all was shooting like hot garbage before Jason Tatum rescued your season in that 6-minute span? You are supposed to play better than this. Come on now. You're too good to play this bad against a team like this. because this is you took an opponent too lightly. Don't do that. Don't be like the Clippers. Don't be like the Clippers. Because when they had their home game and they played against the Lakers last week, and they played in front of their 10 loyal fans and 21,990 Lakers fans, and they had a lead like this, and they decided to blow it to LeBron James, they took them lightly too. And that's what happened to you. You all went to Cleveland. You all were full of yourselves. You double-digit victory against the Sixers. Double-digit victory against the Mavericks. 52-point victory. Forget double digits. A 52-point victory. And even held the Warriors under 100 points. You all was strutting into Northeastern Ohio like peacocks. And then raced out to a big-time lead only to choke it away.
In 9 minutes.
That's not, no. Mm-mm. This is why people are going to want to say, well, we actually going to probably pick the Bucks or the Heat or the Cavs because we have more faith in them than we do the Celtics in advancing to the NBA Finals. And I'm not saying that you all can't do it. I'm saying you're giving people the reason to doubt that you can. And with the record that you have and the talent that you do have on the team, that should not happen. That games like this should not happen. If you lose, you should get dog walked and say, well, we didn't have it. We just didn't have it. So we just have to chalk that up as a dub, chalk that as an L, lick our wounds, get back in the practice court, see some film, and we're gonna take it out on the next team. That I understand. 21-point lead in the fourth quarter and you choke it away? You better than this. You're better than this. Disappointing.